Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
And I believe that all of you here, almost all of you, are going to take an exam sooner or later. There's some in weeks, there's some few days from now, and some you will sit for an exam sooner or later. Alright? Now, from this training that you're going to do, this is a motivational talk. That's one objective. You need to get a good score on that exam. What you will get from this talk? From this talk, you will get a skill that will help you get that score that you want. And I'm pretty sure you will get it. Number two, you will get a clarity on why it is that most people don't get the score they want. And finally, you will set a goal today to achieve that aim. Now, let's talk about exams. Who sat for an exam recently? A few of you sat for an exam recently. Henry, how's your exam? How did you feel during the exam? Did you feel excited going for an exam? Shalini, did you feel excited going for an exam? Any of you who took an exam felt excited going for an exam? No.
Excited to finish, yeah.
See, this is the funny thing. Why are people afraid of exams? What is about exams that causes a problem like this? Now, let's look at the problems of exams. It's fear. And who put that fear in that?
Smart parents.
Lecturers? Tell me which lecturer? Be a lecturer. You have lots of stress built up because you believe it's the point of evaluation of yourself, your worth. Are you worth it? Will you be getting what you are worth? You start to worry about what people think about you. You think people say bad marks, you must be hopeless. You must be useless. You feel that exam mark determines who you are. And that builds up all that stress. And finally, you have people around you, especially parents, they start to expect results. And we live in Malaysia. The culture for getting A is very high. Now, let me tell you something about myself. When I was studying in school, I was a hopeless student. Useless. I do not study. I hated to study. My results were so bad that my parents decided to send me for tuition. But that's what they're nowadays, right? Automatically. But the issue was, I was getting bad results because I wasn't interested in studying. Are you interested in studying right now?
Yeah.
Seriously, are you eagerly going after the knowledge with all your passion and all your interests?
Yes.
You really want this knowledge. You feel this knowledge is life?
Yes.
Are you sure? Yes. Or are you just, it's just another class?
Depends on the lecturer.
Depends on the lecture. Now, I went to each class when I was studying. When I was in primary school, I didn't care what the teacher was telling me. When I was in secondary school, I didn't care what the teacher was telling me. You know how I prepared for my SPM? 2 weeks before exam, that's when I went and saw my physics teacher. Okay. I just started studying how. He said, don't worry, it ain't over until the fat lady sings. And then I asked him, who's the fat lady? Trust me, I didn't get a great result. A lot of my friends got 9 A's, 10 A's. I just got about 2 A's. I decided to hitch my bed and run off to Singapore to work. So I won't come back. But I got this part, so I thought, okay, come back. I started to do my diploma in accounting. When I did my diploma in accounting, something a technique for studying came up. Another thing came up was, I was good in English. I was bad in Bahasa. During my school days, everything is in
Bahasa.
I didn't know what the teacher was telling me. Couldn't appreciate, couldn't follow through. Now, looking back, I believe if I actually understood the language, I probably could have excelled. And I'm not good at memorizing that time. Nobody taught me memorizing. But when I went to diploma and then when I did my ACCA qualifications, I learned a skill, a memory technique. And I didn't learn it by, I went and learned that thing by nature. It just sort of happened naturally. I picked up the skills from here and there. That's a skill I'm trying to pass to you, so that you can pass. And guess what? I passed my ACCA all in one go. I got diplomas, all distinctions. And my name came on the newspaper and everything, in my small town. And everybody's like, how did Jay do that? From nobody to somebody. And I finished my ACCA faster than all the students who were 9 years and 10 years. How did that happen? It's a skill. And I think if you learn that skill, exams is not a problem. Did you know I used to make exams for fun?
Why did you?
I just paid money for an exam. Oh, there's an exam. Just pay money for giving me the exam. Pass or fail, who cares? The point is, I took the exam. You know, my parents knowing I was taking exams. I took it for my own challenge. If you take exams for your parents, that's not going to be motivating. If you take exams for your own challenge, that is something you will put harder effort. Now, let's ask this one big question. Why do you fail exams? Can somebody give me an answer?
Because
Have any of you failed before? And failures is normal, don't worry. Happens all the time. Why?
because I'm stupid.
Last week study.
Not focus.
I don't like Memorization. I still
Yeah.
Huh?
Lazy, right?
Okay. Lack of knowledge. That basically, no, don't think you're stupid. There's no such thing. Everybody is equal here. The point is, you did not study enough. You did not put in effort to that knowledge in. Maybe lack of practice. You didn't practice enough. 1 or 2 practice. You didn't read the requirements. I'm very sad about students who don't. This too is the saddest part. I've had students who go into an exam, they study everything, they study the whole book, and they recite the book, and they fail. Yes, people, for ACCA exams, that's normal. You can study the whole book, and go in for the exam, and you can still fail. Because of these 2 problems. They didn't understand what the question was asking, and they answered something completely irrelevant. Imagine writing 5 pages of words, and you got 0 for everything. Painful, happens all the time. Alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, you know why do people fail exams? Lack of knowledge, lack of practice. So what's your goal? You have an exam coming up?
Yeah.
You have an exam coming up? What's your goal?
Pass.
What's your goal? A! Excellent! What's your goal? Excellent! What's your goal?
Get 4A.
4 A's. That is the goal you should set. Now, this is the point. To just pass was one of the words I expected.
She saw it coming.
No? You didn't know it was there, but I knew it's going to be there. Some people take an exam with just one idea. I just want to get through hell. The exam is hell. You just need to pass this hell. And there's another hell, another hell. Sooner or later, I get to heaven. Now, you want to score? That's good. Some of you said score. Excellent. Now, some of you have this feeling, I don't want to show off. I can study. I can study, but you know, I just don't want to show off to everybody that I'm smart. Just try to maintain. Please show off. Please, you know. There's no one who's going to say he's showing off, he's too smart. Nobody will tell you that. It's just you trying to give yourself an excuse why you shouldn't study so hard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
And some of you have said, this exam is not critical enough. There's the finals, there's this, there's that. You have enough points to say, this is not critical enough, I will show off there. This point is not checked. There. You set your own goals. That's why your exams have problems. Your goals are not clear. Every exam is a technique or a point for you to see how well you have prepared yourself for your chosen career. How well you have prepared yourself for that test. Treat each exam as an enemy. It's a battle. And if you don't hit your goal, you lose that battle. Your goal. Now, if your goal is A, that's your goal. If your goal is pass, that's your goal. But if you don't get that, you lose the battle. So I want you to change your mindset about exams. Each exam is a battle. Who do you need to defeat? The questions. That's all. How do you defeat the questions? Answer correctly. How to answer correctly?
Study.
Make sure you
Study.
fulfill the requirements.
Fulfill the requirements. Study. Now that's getting A, man. That's getting A, man.
Depends. So my amma in my class.
Now, a lot of people think that you really don't need to study very hard to get good results. You just pass is okay. Just pass sometimes is a goal that a lot of people put. When I was studying, my lecturers told me, hey, just pass the exam. Honestly, that's all they told us. Just pass. Don't worry. You will go out there and be successful. Now, I can tell you now that if you have a goal of just pass, it's going to get you a just pass salary, just pass career, just pass wife, just pass husband. If you set a goal of just pass, you are settling yourself down to just 50%. Now, this is the salaries. I just took a snapshot from one company, Singapore Customs Specialist. Can you see the difference between first class honors, second class upper, second class lower, third class, pass degree? What happens to people with a good score? Number one, they start with a higher salary. Number two, they will be far ahead of you in 10 years' time. I remember two students who got through the same time I did. One was a girl, she got first class honors, everything. Another was just pass. Just pass is getting a pay about 8,000 a month now. The one with first class has a salary of 50,000 a month and a bonus of 12 months. Now, see the gap? That is the gap that comes from you accepting just pass. If you are willing to settle for just pass now, later your salary will be just pass. You know about street smart, right?
Yeah.
What's street smart? Some people say that, I can be street smart. I just pass, but I will be street smart. I can be successful. Like this guy. Is it possible? Yes, I didn't say it's impossible. I have some who have been successful this way. They just pass, but this just pass people are extreme risk takers. Extreme, they take risks. If they are extreme risk takers, they probably take a lot of risk to make money also. And then they can become successful. If you're just past and not a risk taker, you'll be in the just zone. Now, I'm going to come and talk about two exams. You've got two types of exams. One is called taking a computational exam, another one is taking a written exam, which most of you usually do well in a computational exam. Most of you, am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, no? Kind of? Written exams? Some do well in written exams, some do well in computational exams. Now, mathematical exams, there's only one way you can get a good score. That's all. You just have to practice. As long as you keep on practicing, you will score. It's a skill. Practice, practice, practice. The only reason you didn't get a good score is because you lack of practice. Theory-based exams. Some people are like that. They go to an exam, they can't remember anything. Has that happened to you before?
Yes.
Go to the exam and your mind just blanks out.
Yes.
Brain dead, as they call it. It doesn't happen because you'll be dead actually. The most important skill is actually your memory. The memory is the one that you need to look into. And how is your memory? I want you to blank out your mind right now, and I'm going to give you 10 words. And you're not allowed to write all of this. Don't write it. Okay, I'm going to ask you to memorize it. Stop writing. No pens. I'm going to give you 10 words. Okay, remember these few words. Let's say it's a gun. It's shoe. It's a tree. It's a door. It's a hive. Sticks. Let's just put heaven there.
You remember?
And let's say you have a gate. And then you have also mind. And then you have, let's say the end there, hands. Alright. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit. 500 BC, long time ago before paper was created, every classroom had a memory technique taught. After they created paper, they stopped teaching people memory technique. That's why your memory is so bad.
Yeah.
They didn't teach you memory techniques. 500 BC, no paper. How do you think people learn? They have to memorize everything. Every item that you learn has to be put into memory. That was done long time ago. It's a life skill. You can remember any list you want. Okay? Score in any theory exams. Now, can you write down in sequence?
Oh
In sequence.
Not in
sequence.
Okay, who wants to go? I got prizes for you.
I know first one is gun.
Gold prize.
Sequence, you know. 3, 2, 1. There's 6, there's 7, there's 5.
I know there's everything,
Mine,
but
there's 10.
I need it in sequence.
Sequence, you know.
I forgot the
Can I
sequence.
try? Yes, go on.
This person has a gun, and then he's walking out from the door, and he's wearing his shoes, and goes to the tree there. He saw a hive there, and he's holding a stake. Next, I try my best. He's holding a stake, and next he saw the heaven with the gate, and that's all.
Okay, at least I'm going to give him a prize.
Wow.
I've got prizes here.
Good job, everyone.
I got a silver medal and a bronze medal.
Wow.
Wow.
Anybody else want to try?
You should have written down what Eric said.
Oh, you haven't finished it up.
He wasn't accurate enough and he wasn't in sequence.
Oh, but still got the size is okay.
Gun, shoe, tree, hive, six, door, heaven, gate, mine.
The last one is mine.
Good try. Excellent.
shoe, tree, door, hive, sticks, heaven, gate, mind, hands.
Excellent. Actually, you need to create a filing system. Those of you who should have known, I actually use a rhyming system.
Yeah.
It was a rhyme with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. To recall, this is what you're supposed to have done. Number 1 was a gun. Number 2 is a shoe. Number 3 is a tree. 4 is a door, as in 4. 5 was a hive, as in 6. 7, heaven. 8, gate. 9, mind. 10, hand. Did you figure that out? Did you figure that out? Yes. Oh my God. Okay, now the idea here is this is called a memory bank. Once you have a bank in order, you have a bank. Anytime you get any other list, all you do is you link it to the bank. You remember the bank, you remember the items. Let's say I'm going to give you another list. Milk. Number 1, milk. See yourself shooting the milk. Taking a gun and shooting the milk. See yourself in that activity. Number 2, I wanted to put fuel for your car. Fuel. Imagine yourself taking fuel and putting it into the shoe. Imagine yourself taking fuel and putting it into the shoe. Number 3, you have to see a doctor. So imagine 3 doctors. You're taking your 3 to the doctor and the doctor is taking your 3. Now, pay attention. The more funnier it becomes, the better it is. Easier you lock it. Okay. Door. Let's say you have to buy a shirt. You see the door, you see the shirt. Hanging there, big shirt. Hive. Let's say you have to pick up your children. And no, let's say there's a bee chasing them. Take the stick. Let's say you have to go see the bank manager and you want money from the bank manager. You say the bank. Heaven, you need to buy broccoli. And you see angels carrying broccoli. Do you see that? Okay. And gate, let's say you have to email Elena about tomorrow's Toastmasters meeting. So you see Elena at the gate, and the gate, Elena, and you send a mail to her through the gate. Can you see that in your head? Now, the next one, let's say mine. You have to buy flowers for your girlfriend. If you don't, the mines will explode. The last one, and let's say you have to change your tires. So your tires have to be changed because they're making sound like a shit. Okay. Now, can you remember the items again?
Yes. They got and shoot the real
Bank manager, broccoli, mail, flowers, tires.
What did you do? You just improved your memory 100%. You did crazy, mad, weird, funny association. And here's the goal here. If you want to memorize something, how have you been memorizing? Taking the book and memorizing it over and over again, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that's the worst way? Direct doesn't go in. Indirect goes in faster. Go in this way, come in this way. In other words, what you need to do is take the item, take the spec, link it away with some funny idea. Although it looks like you spend a little bit more time, but the output is 100 times better. Rather than you spend that, memorize. Go to exam, cannot remember. Because you got no peg to recall the idea. Alright? So, you have words, crazy, and link it to the peg. And if you can do that successfully, you can memorize anything. So any ideas, you just make a list of the idea you need to memorize, put your peg there, and do the linking. Once you link them up, all you have to do is recall the peg, and you can recall the list in sequence. What is number 5?
Our children.
Children, see? Right, next one. So, are you ready to face the exam now?
Yeah.
So, you know how to use your memory skills now?
Yes.
You understand what causes failures in the exams?
Yes.
Do you have the skills to handle this exam now?
Yes.
And are you clear about your goals?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
ready to score? I'm going to give you one last technique. It's called association. This whole day, I need you to memorize it, right? I need you to remember it forever in your life. I'm going to leave you with a small video so that you will remember it for life.
Easy.
Can you play?
I've had my ups
Sound
and
of the
downs,
light.
fair share of bumpy roads and happy ones. That's what made me what I am today. Now I stand here before you. What used to be a body crafted to perfection. A pair of legs engineered to defy the laws of physics. And a mindset to master the most epic of space.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just got a peg to remember a mind-splitting idea. What's that mind-splitting idea? The peg and how to pass your exam and score in your exams. Thank you. Thank you.